Hey everyone, it's James from Fun Foods, and today I'm going to show you how to make this ornament cake. Real easy to do, so keep watching. I'll show you step by step how to make this. Now the first thing you want to do is start off with 2.5 cups of flour. I have that in a large bowl here. You want to add 1/3 cup of cornstarch and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now just whisk this together until it's all well combined. Then just take this, set this aside, we'll come back to it shortly. Now in a medium bowl I have 2.5 cups of sugar, just regular old white sugar. And we'll add to it 2 sticks of butter, which equals 1 cup. Now this butter is softened at room temperature. Now we're just going to cream this together until it's all well combined. When that's all well combined, now we're just going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. 2. We're going to add 7 eggs to this, but we're only going to add 1 egg at a time. So you can just kind of plop one in there. Now I had to transfer my wet mixture into a larger bowl, so if you're going to do this, start with the larger bowl with your wet mixture. So now we're going back to our dry mixture, and I'm just going to add about half of this into this bowl here. And we can mix it up. Now I also have 1 cup of heavy cream. This is just heavy whipping cream. I'm only going to pour about half of it in right now. So I'm going to pour that in there. And mix it through. And pour our other half of our dry mixture in. Mix that through. For the next step, I have these 3D ball pans. It just comes in 2 separate ball shapes, and it comes on a little thing here so it'll hold them in place. And what I'm going to do is take some butter, and I'm going to line the inside of it. Each one. Now after they've been lined, you just want to sprinkle a little bit of flour in each one. And just take it and kind of work it around. Just want to cover it really good. A little more flour. And after you've done that, you just want to make sure they're nice and even. And then we want to take our batter and scoop some out and put some in each one. Now you want to fill each one of these about 3/4 of the way full. It's okay if it's a little too much, but we don't want it to be not enough. We want it to cover at least to the top. Now just take this, put this in the oven at 350 degrees for between 35 and 45 minutes. Now in addition to our cake pans, I also have some cupcakes, and I have these little liners so they'll pop out nice and easy. I'm going to fill some of these up. As many as I can, just to use up the remainder of the batter. And just bake these as well. And when they come out of the oven, you just want them to cool down, but before we get them to cool down, just take either a butter knife or a spatula like this, and you want to kind of work it in around the pan, just to loosen it up a bit. Now once they've cooled down, we want to remove them from the pan and also even out the cakes. So I'm just going to pop it out real easy, nice and simple. And as you see, right where it crests, that's where we want to trim it. So right there. And now I'm going to do the crumb coat of my cake, and what I need to do first, I have some frosting here that I made. This is homemade frosting, but you can use just regular old vanilla frosting and just color it whatever color you want. I'm going to smear a little on my little turntable here. This is going to hold it in place. And I've selected this one to be the bottom. So I'm just going to plop that down, press it in a little bit. Then I'm going to fill the inside of it with some of my frosting. Next, I'll just take my top part and line it up directly on top and press it in a little bit. Now we can just decorate the rest of this. And like I said, this is a crumb coat, so it doesn't have to look great right now. Just kind of smeared it on there really good. So I have one of the cupcakes here that I made. Now these didn't take as long to bake as the cake did because they're not as big. So you have to watch them. Just pull it out, and I'm going to cut this pretty much the same way I did the cake. And this is going to serve as my top to my ornament. But what I'm going to do is I just have regular icing, regular white icing. And I'm going to ice this thing. Now I have the crumb coat on that as well. And I'm just going to pop it right on the top there. Press it down really good. Now just take this, put this in the refrigerator until it firms up. So now I have a pull and peel Twizzler here, and all I'm going to do is separate this. And we just want to shape it into like a big loop like this. And after you shape them, you can just leave them sitting out so they'll harden up a little bit to make it easier for us to push them into our cupcake. Now we just want to pull our cake out of the refrigerator. Just make sure it's firmed up a little bit. What I'm going to do is start by decorating the top part first, then we'll work down. And now I'm going to put the finishing coat on the top. So I'm just going to put some white frosting on there. And when that's done, now we'll move on to the rest of the ornament. So I have some green sprinkles here. I'm going to sprinkle it on the green part while it's still wet, but I'm going to cover up the white part with this. Hopefully it'll work. You can take our pull and peel Twizzlers that we have formed up earlier. I put these in the freezer just so it'll stiffen up a little bit more and make it easier for me to push this in. So you may want to start some holes with a toothpick, will help it stay in place. There you go. And that's our Christmas ornament. Well, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me make this ornament cake. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. Also hit that big red subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. You get new videos every Sunday. And for the whole month of December, I'll be doing 2 videos a week, one on Sunday, one on Thursday. So be sure to check back frequently. And for now, check out some of the videos I have off to the side. I think you may enjoy those as well. And until then, I'll see you next week.